Hello, my name is Peace Kish, and I will be reviewing an article called Integrating Behavioral Change Theory and Measures into Health-Based Cook Stove Intervention, a proposed epidemiologic research agenda. So, I will talk about research problems, research objectives, methodology, findings, and results pertaining to the article. Research problems. Billions use fuel combustion to meet energy needs. This poses a threat as many households use cook stoves for these energy needs, which results in household air pollution. According to Smith, this causes about 3.9 million premature deaths per year, which is about 4.8% of global disease burden. Many studies have focused on health impacts, but have not so much addressed the social and behavioral process of stove use. There are many factors responsible for the continued use of these stoves, such as financial, knowledge and perception, and even legislation. There are enablers and barriers that impact the success of interventions and interact with behavior change in levels such as that of an individual and a community. Research objectives. The purpose of the article is to propose that behavior change methods in intervention should also have a focus in evaluating and researching the health effects of the use of cleaner burning cook stoves. A lot of focus has been geared towards sustainable behavior change, but there is limited knowledge on the health benefits of cleaner burning cook stoves, which could also shed more light on behavior aspects of cook stoves. This article aims to propose new intervention strategies, improving upon previous interventions to increase the use of cleaner burning cook stoves. Methodology. In order to improve upon pre-existing interventions, the article proposes a three-stage model that outlines methods to accomplish the health campaign. The primary step is to develop a partnership between researchers and the community. Stage 1 of the model. The article proposes that in order to improve upon traditional health-based interventions, researchers should evaluate the pre-existing interventions and analyzing how it initially persuaded some members in the community and the hurdles it encountered. This will be accomplished by having this group of members in the community that adopted the newer stoves to take surveys and participate in interviews. The data collected from this initial stage will be the foundation of the proposed intervention strategy. The article proposes tailoring the message of new proposed intervention to reach the intended audience through community-based campaign strategies. Stage 2 of the model. During the implementation phase of the campaign, the article suggests applying one of 9 steps of the community readiness model into what it considers to be the 6 readiness dimensions, and they're as follows. They include existing efforts for the community to achieve widespread improved cook stove use, the number of people aware of the improved stove option, the groups that may provide key leadership involving decision and adopt an improved stove, the community climate to support the research, the level of understanding concerning potential health risks associated with traditional cook stove use, and the resources available at the community and household level to adopt the improved stoves. Applying this model to the intervention will address obstacles to community members using the stove and their willingness to participate in the intervention. Stage 3 of the model. This is the final stage in the health communication plan. Stage 3 is the evaluation of the intervention, assessed through randomized control trials. Randomized control trials will enhance the validity of the intervention process. So here's a schematic design of the 3-stage proposed intervention methodology model. In stage 1, they identify enablers and barriers to cook stove adoption and sustained use in target community, and develop promotion materials to encourage stove use during cook stove intervention. In stage 2, they characterize participant stove use throughout a cook stove intervention and assess individual level of enablers and barriers. The difference between these two stages are the audience. In stage 1, they used communities that have already been exposed to the cleaner burning stove programs, whereas in stage 2, they used stove intervention participants. So these are participants that have yet to be exposed to the cleaner burning stove programs. And stage 3, evaluate the impact of stove intervention on health effects using randomized intervention study design. And the population here is stove intervention participants, and they use an approach of intervention to treat analysis and alternative analysis using measured stove use. And as you can see in the center, you see the community and researcher partnership there, and it's applied in every stage of the model in order to ensure the effectiveness of the intervention. Possible results. These are results the article hopes to attain in its proposal of ameliorating previous interventions. In stage 1, they utilize surveys and interviews. This analyze how previous interventions persuaded some members in the community to use the stoves and the hurdles it encountered that did not sustain those interventions. And in stage 2, they used the same assessment, which were surveys and questionnaires, and the results will determine whether or not people use cleaner burning stoves and if their health improved. And in stage 3, they utilize randomized controlled trials, and this is an evaluation of the health campaign and will determine how effective the campaign was. In conclusion, advanced technology will not be effective without sustainable use of cleaner burning stoves. Expected benefits in intervention are seen in a sustainable use of the stoves over time. This will also shed light in understanding the individual level and community level enablers and barriers in sustainable use of stoves. To improve validity, the use of multiple methods in an intervention, including surveys, stove use monitors, and interviews, should be employed in the community-engaged approaches. Providing health improvements by monitoring the change or differences in stove use is useful when communicating with policymakers. And lastly, successful implementation of this proposed health communication plan can yield the improvement of people's lives and protect the environment. This concludes my presentation, and this is my resource. Thank you very much, and have a good night.